guys, it's Janae and welcome back to J Heart Loves Books. Today I am doing the makeup book tag, and I do not know who originally started this tag, but I'll look for the original video, link it down below. And I'm going to be using the questions Sarah without an H did because she added a little bit more questions and it overall fits like the theme of how I do my makeup. So we're going to do that. The hair is pushed back. My products are right here. My mirror is down there. So if you see me looking that way while trying to do all of this, that is why. So the first question is primer. Pick a book that left a lasting impression. Okay, so I'm using a moisturizer right now. It's the Aveeno Clear Complexion Daily Moisturizer. I do usually use primer, but I don't have any with me at the moment. And this moisturizer has been working really great. So a book that left a lasting impression. Okay, I probably should have thought about this more. But a book that sometimes I just catch myself thinking about just like out of the blue is My Lady Jane by the Lady Janies, because it was one of my first audiobooks and that book was done so amazing. It was so funny. It's a young adult like historical fiction. It's a twist on one of the Janes. I'm not sure which one, and I don't want to quote the wrong Jane, but it is a remix fairy tale about a Jane from past history, and it was so good, guys. So I catch myself thinking about the characters and how much I need to just listen to that book again because I really enjoyed it. But no, I absolutely adored that book. So, question is foundation. Pick your favorite first book in a series. This is my foundation. I use the IT foundation, and it has CC plus, also SPF 50, so it's like sort of like a sunscreen in a way, since I don't really wear sunscreen. My shade is in the shade Rich Honey. But let's see, what's my favorite book in a series that I've like legitimately completed the series? To be honest with you, I'm gonna say 1,000 Pieces of You by Claudia Gray. Excuse me. I have not finished the series, or the trilogy, but I overall love that book. Like, that's another book I was just looking at last night, and I was just like, I'm gonna do a reread so I can finish all of the rest of the books in that series, the Firebird trilogy. But it is a science fiction fantasy, and I read it and I gobbled it up. I absolutely adored that book. It was done so well. It was like the right amount of romance and a right amount of action, and that's like another series or trilogy that I'm like, I want to complete so bad, but now like my mind's like, ooh, let's just read the first book again because it was so good and I enjoyed it a lot, and I feel like it'll be better for me as a whole, even though I'm the type of reader where I can read something, put it down for like 2 months, pick it back up, and know exactly what is going on in said scene and remember it. So I know if I read the book, I'm just like, oh, I remember what happens. Okay. Concealer. I don't really use a concealer, but I'll answer the question. Pick a character you wish you could get rid of. A character that I wish I could get rid of. I'm actually reading a book right now, and it's like, this is the first time for me, but it's like I really don't care about the main character because the book I'm reading has a lot of perspectives in it, and even though the character's like point of view is like really like important, and I know like when I finish the book it'll be really important, but right now I really don't care for her. It's just like she's written more like a side character, and it's The Shadow Crown by Kirsten Martin. And the book is going okay. I'm like a quarter of the way through. One point of view I can kind of live without because nothing's really happened lately, and I'm like already 145 pages in the book, and I'm just like, okay, I'm here for the other characters, but I know your parts are important, so I'm gonna let you do your thing. Powder. For powder, this is basically like my, it's not concealer, what is it called? It's basically like to help my face look like nice and set, so I guess we can call it a powder. But I use Bare Minerals, and that's in the shade Warmth, and I love it because it feels like my face is more finished when I put it on. And that question is pick your favorite last book in a series. Well, that's easy. Like I just said, my favorite last book in a series is the one in the Selection series. I absolutely loved how everything tied up. I know people are just like, oh my gosh, the one is so like, the Selection is so like cliche-ish, but when I read it as like when I was younger, I absolutely loved how it ended. I cried actual tears. I was like one of those readers that was just like, this needs to be like a TV show or a movie. And like when the rights were like up in the air, I was like that person that was just like, it needs to happen, like I need this to happen. But no, that's like my favorite ending in a series is the one in the Selection trilogy. And I only count it as a trilogy because I tried reading the companion novels. I might try it again about just in case you haven't read the Selection series, even though it's been out for forever. But I only count it as a trilogy because I tried reading like, you know, the spin-off continuation of it, and it wasn't really my cup of tea at the time because it's just like I like the trilogy better. So that's just my point of view. Let me make sure everything looks nice. The only thing about this powder is it does need to build up a lot. I feel like I put on a lot, but then it works out. And I meant to say this at the beginning, I am not a beauty guru. I just like, lately I've just liked to do my makeup, so. Eyeshadow. Pick a book that has your favorite colors on the cover. My favorite color is blue and red, so I guess I'll go with blue first. I like Shatter Me by Terra Mafia. I think that cover's gorgeous. It's of course like the second book is gorgeous too because it's like a nice shade of blue and it looks really pretty. I like the cover of Illuminae. That's like one of my favorites, and it has like a lot of oranges and red tones in it. The Sun Is Also a Star. Absolutely beautiful. Like it's stunning. Everything is stunning, but in a simple way. But like cover wise, The Sun Is Also a Star is like a match made in heaven for me. I never clean out my brushes, and that's why everything takes longer. But now I'm using this as my palette. This has been like my favorite palette, and I'm probably gonna use some for my trusty Peachy Nudes from Rue 21. But now I love the colors in here. I've been using it a lot lately, and of course my Peachy Nudes just has like the right amount of things. But let's see. This is gonna take a while, so it's probably gonna be like a speeding up type of video thing because your girl doesn't know what else to say. Those are like some of my favorite covers. Let's see if I can think of another one. I do like the cover of Shadow Crown. I will give the author that because she self-published her books. The cover's really pretty. Why am I blanking on covers now? Wild Beauty. I forgot who wrote that, but that cover is just a big old fat hit because it has flowers and it's really pretty and it's nice and it's colorful. Legendary in the Carvel series. I love that color, so I felt like that's a good cover to mention. But what eyeshadows do I want to use today? Okay, so we are kind of done with the eyeshadow. I use the colors Chad, I'm in Iman. I used the colors Chad, Iman, and Fula to make this look. I hope it looks, you know, better than I think it does. But no. And also another book cover that I absolutely adored is The Bone Charmer by Brianna Shields, because the colors that I made kind of remind me of the book cover. So eyeliner. I don't wear eyeliner. And it says pick a dark and mysterious book. Like I said, I don't wear eyeliner because I haven't mastered how people or girls or actually anybody is capable of putting it on themselves or another human being. I would love to learn, but I certainly do not have the skills. But my favorite dark and mysterious book, but that's The Bad Seed by Michael Lackey. I gave that book overall like a 3 out of 5 stars. It was a really good book, and it had like dark elements into it that I wasn't used to reading. And that's like one, you know, dark fantasy that I can say that, like, you know, I enjoyed. And I'm anxiously waiting to see how the second book goes, because the way the first book ended, it was just like you're kind of wondering if there was going to be a second book. But he confirmed that there is, so really excited. But that's like a dark book. Mysterious wise, like a mystery, I would say City of Saints and Thieves. I'm recommending it again because it's a fantastic book, and if you like thriller, YA, and a little mystery, I feel like you should read it. Mascara. Pick a long book. For mascara, if I can find it, I'm using the Maybelline The Falsies Volume Express. And a long book that, my longest book I've ever read is, of course, Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. That book is huge. I listened to it on audiobook, and it took 5 hours, it felt like, but it was totally worth it because the book is a masterpiece and I love it. Okay, blush. Pick a book that had some cringe-worthy romance. Paper Princess by Erin Watt. I am trash for it. It had definitely cringe-worthy romance in it. Everybody's just like, everybody who reads it apologizes for reading it because we know it's just like a guilty pleasure read. It's like when you admit watching like The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. It's like, listen, I know it's trash, but it's my trash and I love it. And that's another book that, like, another series that I'm just like obsessed with. I know it is trash. I am okay with it. Another book I'm going to mention that is still cringeworthy in its own rights, but is not as bad, is the Did I Mention I Love You series, because I think another book is coming out the end of this year by Estelle Mackisam. I think that's how you say her last name. If not, I apologize, but that had a little bit of cringeworthy romance moments in it where you were just like, oh my gosh, like why? So there you go. I need to go to the makeup store because I don't have highlight, but I use one of my eyeshadows for highlight because it is shining, sis. Like, do you see that? Or I'd use Peach Tea in this one, but I've been using this one lately because, oof, get your girl shining. Pick a book that brightened your day. A book that brightened my day is The Daughter of the Pirate King, and I'm blanking on the author's name right now. I really apologize, but that, like, I love that book. It's like I read it really fast. It was really great. I need to pick up the next book. I'm kind of upset that it is just a duology. I think that's why I've been prolonging getting the second book, even purchasing it, because I flew past A Daughter of the Pirate King, and I like that book. Made me so happy. It's like, I love the dynamic of it. I love that it was first piratey books. Like, I absolutely adored that, and like the whole aspect of it and the way that it ended. I was just like, sis, what? Like, what is going on? What is life? So that's like a book that, like, thoroughly, it, like, I enjoyed it. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. I can't wait to pick up the second book. I really want to do that soon because, like I said, loved the first book. And you see how it works as a highlight. My nose looks extra shiny. That's why I keep on like doing like this. But I'm telling you, it's not as shiny as you think it is. It's just like the lighting, and then on top of that, and then I have makeup on, so it looks like extra bright, but it's not too bright. But no, that book really did brighten up my day. I loved it a lot. Gonna do like that because your favorite book kiss, your favorite smoochy scene. And I am trash for lipstick. I absolutely love lipstick because I feel like it's like the make or break in your look. It's just like it ties the whole thing together. And since we are being very dramatic, I think I'm gonna go with a dark lip and put some lip gloss over it so I can pop a little more. But favorite book kiss. This is hard for me. It's just like every time I watch somebody's make a book tag and it gets to the last question, it's difficult because I'm like, what is my favorite book kiss? Like, what kiss left me like, ooh, yes. I kind of want to... It's a kiss that happens in Three Dark Crowns and it gets like really steamy. So that's like one of my favorite book kisses. It happens between a main character and somebody. Scenes is from The Sun Is Also a Star. There's a scene that happens with two of our main characters and it just leaves me just like, I love it so much. It's just like, it's perfect. But for my lips, I'm gonna be wearing like the Alame brand, and they have like this lip vibes collection, and I highly recommend it. I have already half of the collection so far and I love it. Like the creams are not too creamy. It makes your lips feel like very well like hydrated throughout the day, and it doesn't like dry or chap them out in any means necessary. And I absolutely love the colors, but this is the shade Believe. And this is the one thing that I can't do or say anything while talking, so let's put it on. I skipped step number 5 because I usually do it at the end, and that is eyebrows, because I'm like looking, I was like, something doesn't look right. And that is a book you think everyone should read. Can I mention a book that I haven't talked about yet? Let's see if I can. For my eyebrows, I use the Wet n Wild Micro Brow Pencil. And I like how it makes my eyebrows look. I love the shape of my eyebrows. I just like coloring them in and shaping them. But now, a book everybody should read. I'm gonna say The Giver, because that is one of my favorite classics of all time and I think everybody should read it. I'm gonna say Everything Everything and The Sun Is Also a Star, because those are two of my favorite books, and why not like mention it and tell you guys to read it because they're my faves, and I love Nicola Yoon as an author and she's so sweet in person. Another book you should read. Should I give you guys one more? I gave you guys like 3 recommendations. Another book you should read. I think that's it. The Giver, The Sun Is Also a Star, and Everything Everything. It's just like those are like perfect books to me. It's just like I'm always gonna tell you guys to read a Nicola Yoon book because I love her work and I think that she is an incredible human being, and I aspire, you know, to be like that in my career one day as an author. And The Giver is just like, I love The Giver. I didn't know until like maybe a year or 2 ago that it was a series, which made me debate about picking up the rest of the series. But the way The Giver ends, it's just, it's so like left upon you to like determine how you think it ended. So that's why I'm kind of hesitant picking up the rest of the books in the series, because I'm just like, I felt like The Giver had the most like perfect ending ever. Another book that I don't talk about enough that I think everybody should read is The Next Together by Lauren James. That book is so good. Like, as an author, she's hyped up, but I feel like The Next Together duology is not hyped up nearly as enough as it should be. So The Giver, The Sun Is Also a Star, Everything Everything, and The Next Together should read, because they're fantastic. And each of those books that I read, it like kept me thinking, like right until the end, and even after I finished the book, like I kept on thinking. I'm just like, wow, like that those books are like truly amazing. Like, in my personal opinion, they're great, and I want you guys to read it. So no, there are those eyebrows. Okay, for real this time, guys, we're done. So that was the makeup book tag, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys found like me talking and doing my makeup just the least bit of interesting. And yeah, that's all. I hope you guys have a great day, and remember, always love your books. Bye.